Okay, I got a question for you guys watching this video. Should we get a new Splinter Cell game in 2025? Now, you're probably wondering why I'm asking this question, and simply because I love Splinter Cell, and I don't know if there's like, anyone on the channel who loves it too or anything like that, because I'm a huge Splinter Cell fan. So you guys probably should know this already. And I really do want to see a new game. I love this franchise. I love this series. I played most of the games, and I do want a new game, whether it be a remake or just a new game in general. I do want to see a new game. Now, obviously, we know that the Splinter Cell remake is, well, I don't want to say on the horizon, but it seems like Ubisoft is hinting at it now. The Games Fest and State of Play Awards and stuff like that. They did do us dirty by not giving us anything after that teaser they made, but I feel like they would not have dropped that teaser and not followed up with anything unless they're baiting. Maybe at the Gamescom thing they might show like the reveal or something like that, because they did say that Ubisoft could be featured at Gamescom, so maybe they show Ubisoft there. And I really do want a new game for this franchise, but at the same time, I am worried because, again, it's Ubisoft. And recently, with how Ubisoft has been handling their games and projects, I'm kind of worried for Splinter Cell. I am seeing a lot of people saying that, they would love a new game, and some people are saying that they don't want a new game because of how Ubisoft is currently moving in today's day and age. So, it's a kind of double-edged sword. Now, obviously, me being me, I do want to Splinter Cell because, again, the last Splinter Cell we had was Blacklist, and that was like, what, 2013. So we definitely have time for a new game, whether it's the remake or a brand new entry to the series. Now, what can they do for a modern day Splinter Cell? Now, if they plan to do like, there's a lot of good games they can like look at in terms of like mechanics, stealth mechanics, and stuff like that, and make up a new game for sure. And for example, that new game that's coming out, I mentioned it in my last video. I think it's called Mudang or Mudong, whatever, however you say the name. The Two Hearts game, like that game, they showed that at the Xbox showcase, and again, they can take cues from that game and make up a new game. And the funny thing about this is that game was, they literally said that, Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid, they inspired them to make up this game that's coming up in 2026. So if Ubisoft really wants, some like direction, they can look to that game. But again, what do I want to see from like a new series, a new game, or like the remake? Now, if we're talking a new game, I don't know what current day event they can make up something obviously, but if we had to do like a current day event, I don't know what they would really base it on. So that's what I'm saying. Like they should like make up something and put it in as a campaign. And again, there is a lot of stealth mechanics they can definitely put. More games are getting more stealth stuff and things like that. They can definitely do that. Now, another thing that I want to know is that would they bring back, the voice of Sam Fisher, the OG voice, by the way, being Michael Ironside. Now, if you guys don't know Michael Ironside, he's obviously the person who has voiced Sam Fisher in the Splinter Cell franchise. He's been doing it for most of the games up until Conviction. And then Blacklist was the game that they had to get Eric Johnson, who was another voice actor, because Michael Ironside, he stepped away due to like cancer and his health and stuff like that. And there was a lot of outrage when he didn't, voice Blacklist, Splinter Cell Blacklist. But I mean, the dude had to focus on his health, so you can't blame him for that. But, would they bring him back for a new game, or would they like bring somebody else in new? And because this has been established before as well, there are other Splinter Cell agents. I'm pretty sure Double Agent shows that like there's more than one. Splinter Cell agent, it's not just Fisher and stuff like that. I think the guy's name was Hisham, some shit like that. One of Fisher's friends in Lambert's lineup, and they can definitely do that if they plan to make a modern day Splinter Cell. They can definitely do like a new protagonist compared to Fisher, or if they do want to put Fisher in, they can like put somebody new. We play as somebody new, and Fisher is maybe like the person giving like stuff to do and telling us our objectives and stuff like that, kind of like what they do in the games that we know. Like you play as Fisher, and then like Lambert, Grimm, and like all his other friends and stuff on the line, like is giving them orders and stuff. They can definitely do that for a next Splinter Cell game if we do get that. And I definitely do want to see, like, in terms of maps and playstyle, I want to see like a lot of cool locations and maps, Unreal Engine graphics and shit like that for a new game. Like there's a lot they can pull out for a new Splinter Cell. Now, if we're talking remake, because the remake of the first game, if we're talking about a remake, um, let's see, for a remake, the story, I don't know if they're gonna retell the Georgian crisis. I don't know if they're, because that's what they did the first game based on. I don't know if they would do that again, or like make it similar, but base it on a current day event and not that Jordan crisis thing. I don't know. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll retell the story. I'm not sure. In terms of characters, obviously like Michael Ironside, but then again, would they bring back the OG voice actors like for Lambert, Grimm, and everybody else in the previous games? Like, would they do that? And then again, for the remake too, the levels obviously they'll definitely get like tweaked around and toned up and stuff like that. But in terms of like the gameplay and stuff like that, I want to see them take things from Chaos Fury. Obviously, Chaos Fury is literally the best game in the franchise. There is no arguing it. There's no like discussing it. Chaos Fury is the best game in the franchise, and they can take a lot of things from that game to, you know, from that game to put into a remake, like the knife animations, the interrogations, and multiple ways to explore the map and all that stuff. Like a lot of things they can take from Chaos Free, because again, it's the best game in the franchise. So that's what I really do want to see. And I'm saying this now because I know how current day Ubisoft is. I'm praying to God that they don't force like stuff like microtransactions and things to buy. We don't need that, bro. Especially if it's for a remake. Just remake the story, and that's pretty much it. We don't need no monetization. We don't have to spend money. This game came out in 2002, for fuck's sake. So we don't need no microtransaction. We don't need to upgrade Fisher's gear. We don't need to like, buy new skins and stuff like that. We don't need that. And even if we are talking about the modern, like a new game in the franchise, still we don't need all these things. We're not paying for that stuff, bro. So yeah, that's what I want to really see out of the series, either a new game or the remake that they announced back in 2021. So yeah, nothing too crazy aside from like a new game and what do I want to see in the game with a remake. If you guys do enjoy, let me know down below. Also, let me know if you're a Splinter Cell fan of the franchise, the series, and what do you guys want to see Ubisoft do with this series moving forward? Because like I said, I am worried because with current day Ubisoft, I am worried. So yeah, again, just let me know what you guys do want to see. And yeah, I'm Niavi2. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy and peace out. I'm out of here.